Okay, well, it's January the 24th, 2014, and I'm just on a country walk in the northwest of England somewhere, and it's very cold and it's quite windy, but yeah, so I've just been thinking about life and yeah, just the whole concept of life really, and also getting old. You know, if you ever actually observe old people when next time you're out, if you're at the shops, if you're wherever you are, if you look at old people, it's quite, what's the word? It's quite depressing to think that, that's going to be us. That's going to be us in the future if we make it, because you don't know. Life is very, fragile, isn't it? You don't know. Nobody knows how long they've got left, and we all hope for a long life. We all hope for a happy life. Some of us seem to achieve a happy life. Others seem to struggle. I don't think anyone really gets an easy life. I think we're all tested in our own ways. We all have different things to deal with, and I think we can all make assumptions about people. We can all make assumptions based on the way they look, the way they dress, the job they do. Sometimes we might be correct with those assumptions, and other times we're not. But I think we all tend to do it. But it's something we shouldn't really do, really, because it's not always correct. But anyway, getting on to what I wanted to talk about, which is old people and getting old. Really, I find it what's the word? I don't know whether depressing is the word, but I find the whole concept of the body breaking down. Your skin starts to wrinkle. Your neck starts to sag. you develop health problems. You're slower physically. Probably mentally you're not as sharp. I know there's always exceptions. There's always 80-year-old men that are running marathons and women who are climbing mountains and stuff. There's always exceptions, but in general, your body starts to break down, doesn't it? Yeah, I just kind of I think about stuff like that from time to time. I think some of us are so busy with our lives that, whether that's working and then it's looking after children and it's raising a family, we're so busy sometimes that we don't get time to think, and then we're in our spare time we're watching TV, we're on the internet, we're watching movies, and I think there is a certain amount of healthy self-delusion, really, healthy self-denial, I think, in a way, about the realities of life. And I think if you do actually think about life and the fate that awaits us all, really, which is death, our own death, I think if you actually do give that some thought, it can be quite sobering, really. It can be, and it can also be quite what's the word? Sad, really. Sad. I think in life nothing is too serious, and nothing should be too silly either. I think you've got to have a healthy balance, really, between the two. And I think that's the same with everything in life. It's about balance. It's about having a balance between two things. Nothing too extreme either way. It's all about kind of, a happy medium, really. Yeah. I think more than anything, with me, it's not even maybe a fear of getting old, because obviously there's nothing we can do about it. I think what it is, it's more a fear of not living the life that I feel that I'm capable of living, the life where I don't kind of bring out what's inside of me, because I do feel very, very enthusiastic about life, and that's the two sides to me. If you've watched any of my other videos, you'll know that I'm someone who's suffered from depression and had it quite bad. very bad as well, you know, for a short time. And I've also had periods on and off where I've had low level depression, really. I mean, I don't like to use labels, but yeah, you could call it depression. But as I was saying, you know, I'm someone who's very, very enthusiastic about life. I'm sociable, and with that comes a certain amount of frustration, because if I was content to just do nothing, you know, I probably wouldn't get as frustrated. I probably wouldn't get depressed. So part of my depression is it's frustration. It's you know, I'm enthusiastic about so many things, but I'm frustrated with myself, and I realise there's only me that can turn my life around. But I feel a certain amount of frustration, but and sort of, I don't know really. It's, you know, maybe I am making excuses. I don't know, but yeah. Life is amazing. There's such a big world out there, and you know, there's so many opportunities. But I'm also very aware of time, that time isn't infinite. You know, in this life we've got a certain amount of time. We could, you know, we could live to be 80 or 90, but we could, you know, get run over by a bus next week or tomorrow. You know, to use a cliche. We could all get run over by a bus. We could, whatever. You know, the human body, it's puts up with a lot, doesn't it? Really, you've got your heart, which is constantly beating. You've got valves in your heart that are opening. You've got your brain that's working. You've got 10 pints of blood in your body, which is constantly pumping around, and you know, your bones take one hell of a beating, really. And think about how much, you know, the joints that are in your body, your elbow and your knees, you know, you're walking, and if you think about it, day in, day out, constantly, and your body is working, isn't it? And you know, you're going to the toilet, and it's you know, so what I mean is, you know, we're built to break down. Our bodies are built to, you know, we peak physically, don't we? We peak in our 20s or 30s, we peak, and then, you know, biologically, you know, the body starts to break down. If you look into it, you know, we do. It's a fact. So what can we do? We can just try and be happy. Be happy. Find love. Find true love. Find someone that we want to be with, and have adventures and be happy and live and enjoy, because you know, we can be depressed, we can be unhappy, but ultimately we're all going to die, aren't we? So we should try not to take life too seriously, but also we you know, nothing's that funny either, is it? Nothing's that hilarious, but also nothing's that serious. It's all about having a balance. And I'm going to continue my walk now and probably do some more thinking.